imagine if every single person had 20 children?
Well, actually, on October 31st, 2011, humankind surpassed 7 billion people.
Who the 7 billionth person was or where they were still remains a mystery. The surreal thought that our population had reached this milestone opened the minds of society.
Is this growth sustainable? Can we manage? Will healthcare, food, and just space in general be able to support our rapid growth?
Reverend Thomas Robert Malthus had an interesting theory regarding population and food growth.
He believed the population grew geometrically.
That would be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32.
And food grew numerically.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Therefore, depicting the thought that we will eventually be unable to provide food for all Earth's inhabitants.
This hasn't happened primarily because of our advances in farming techniques. Yet some researchers still worry that what Malthus said will eventually become our reality.
It took 200,000 years for humans to reach their first 3 billion.
It only took 40 years for the next 3 billion. That means there's a generation that has witnessed a population growth of over 3 billion people in just half of their estimated lifetimes.
Like my dad. Oh, and my uncle because they're twins.
Speaking of twins, if you put Malthus' theory into perspective in terms of families, you could say theoretically that it too grows geometrically.
Say 2 people have 2 children, then those 2 children have 2 children of their own, and so on and so on.
So now imagine that 2 different people have 2 sets of twins, and each of those twins have 2 sets of twins of their own.
Every year about 135 million people are born.
Every year only 55 million people die.
We are producing children way faster than we can get rid of them.
It's like we are digging ourselves into a big, big hole, and there is one lone person throwing in a handful of dirt every so often.
All of the major problems that confront the world relate in some way to population growth.
Just think about it. Less people equals less mouths to feed.
Less people equals a more beneficial lifestyle for each person on this downward spiraling Earth.
Well, that's all fine, but what exactly are we supposed to do about it?
Well, there's 4 things that we as individuals can do.
Empowering women and families to plan how many children they want. We need to provide access and reproductive health care information and service to people who need it.
Providing and promoting education and job opportunities, especially for women.
Studies show that women who have more education and job opportunities choose to have smaller families and are able to invest more in each child, which helps break the cycle of poverty.
Showing awareness for environmental and social costs to overpopulation.
In the 1960s and 70s, people started to have smaller families after being informed about our overpopulation levels.
Knowledge is key.
People need to know about the problems our world is facing before they can apply them in their individual lives.
And each of us needs to apply these things in our lives before we can see any real difference.